That's so fun. Did one of them teach that class? Zach or the... Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. They did a live one? Mm-hmm. He has a Twitch channel that's a pun on his name. It's like, I gotta look it up. Oh yeah, I went to Baby Wants Candy. I didn't even know that that was them. Oh, okay. Tarzan No Z. That's Taran Killam's Twitch channel. Is that on Disney Plus? I don't have Disney Plus, but I heard it's good. Isn't it something like a kind of small town kind of dish, but everybody's a superhero? Oh no. I just spoil it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that sounds like such a great AMC like drama series about like a mathematician that that gets into the world of it was some analog for the Breaking Bad guy. Instead of chemistry getting into making meth, it would be math teacher getting into um exactly. And it's long division, and both meaning the actual term long division, but also meaning like Breaking Bad's two different things, but like there's a big difference or distance that he's putting between him and his family or something. Yes. You're still mourning over yeah, you're still mourning over um uh the big sad one. The one, yeah, Endgame. Yeah, you're still mourning over Endgame. Yeah. Infinity Endgame. Yeah. It's like 16 by 9 to like 10 or something like very subtle. Did you ever see I in college there be this playing in the dorm room all the time of just daytime TV, like because it we just had like I guess it's called basic cable. It was like it was like just a couple channels or something, and on one of these channels that would always be on, they'd have a knockoff version of Game of Thrones, that it was just people standing around in a castle and talking, but super low budget. And then on the second one was like a super low budget Marvel property called Guardians or something like that. But not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like Agents of Shield, I think it's called. Oh yeah, that was dope. But I'm sure this is like leaps and bounds above that because it's backed by Disney and a part of Disney Plus's stuff. This is like it was like an old Star Trek style thing. For some reason they were on a space station, but they were just hanging around Earth, and then they'd always go to like an abandoned factory to like have a Power Rangers battle with yeah, some big bad guy, and it would end in an explosion. Yeah, exactly. It was pretty dope. Exactly. You're not destroying half the city like all the adventure movies. No worries. Very cool. Can you share your CAD screen? Their in-ear like, I guess headphones still works. I was trying to think of like in-ear cat ear headphones. That's it. Yeah, you remember cat ear? Yeah. You can take two face masks, like breathing face masks, and just loop them around either side of your regular headphones, and that should work. Oh, that's awesome. I welcome them too. Post them in the chat. Hmm. Oh yeah, I know that. I found a dog with a cat ear headphones. Well, damn. It's like it's creepy how Google, it's like they're listening or reading what you type into their search engine. Yeah, there's actually a lot of. I have a dog with triangle ears. Oh, absolutely. I think you could absolutely do that. You could do that yourself with a pair of those, and then they should fit right over any pair of headphones. Oh, that's that's smart. And then whenever you need to listen to something or like you lift your ear up like a dog does when they're looking around, and you can actually hear people making fun of you. Absolutely, that would be the only reason why that would happen. That goes without saying. And it looks like Bob's on here. Oh no, this is terrible. Um, that'll be okay, I guess. We'll just play on, uh, keep on keeping on. As we enter. Uh, in this echoey chamber of pillars and rushing water, and there's this big rock that's all glassy, this glacier rock that's whipping around with tendrils out of its crunching maw that has the body of one of these fey-like orc that is being crunched up, and it's whips around and pulls a unsuspecting, as I think Burzuk was the one who was standing in front of you guys, gave the last monologue right before we signed off last time, so all this stuff was happening behind him, and one of these tendrils wraps around Burzuk, and with one big yawn of the glass metal maw, he's pulled on in and disappears with a clamp of shattering glass and rock collapsing from the roof of this cave into the river below, and yeah, it's just shimmering metallic dust all around. The prone body of the Fey orc that Mai teleported behind, and that you guys haven't killed yet, that's still prone by the beach, is still prone by the beach and staring up at where that crazy creature was, and yeah, what's everybody doing? Yeah, you're out of initiative. Yes. At, so you are at the bottom of a beach that connects to a river. On the other side of the river is a steep hill that goes up to this platform where there are stalactites and stalagmites that go off above. Right above the crest of that hill was a 60-foot rope that went all the way up to the ceiling, and there's lots of stalactites hanging down from that ceiling. And over the course of some amount of time during the whole last session, that rope was there was a metallic and glass shattering and fusion sound emitting from it, and growing as it was ignored. And then it's accumulated into this large stalactite-esque cone structure of rock candy, looking like geode glass. And it opened up, and ropes, copies of the same rope that it had consumed, whipped around from it and claimed the body of one of the Fey Orc, as well as Berserk. The horse, I believe, got spooked and ran up under where so the river runs directly into the wall, and then there's just a tight tunnel of where you can travel, and the horse was upside down underwater, running along the surface of the water, and there was a failed strength check, and I believe last round, or last session, it got away and disappeared down that tunnel where the downstream where this river continues on. Yeah, you pull out the skull, and unlike it did in the God bless me, in the place, it burps, and it's shimmering. Um, uh, the as you ask that, the Buggane, who's laying down on the beach, still catching his breath, sits up, and he's like, that my clan men, my tribe men have been taken, as well as yours. We are bound by this, and I can entrust you. I can entrust you with the cube that you have already removed from my person. the the one with the broken tooth that you shot with the arrow, and when you got the first shot in. I am. Mm. Hmm. It seems to be an aperoid. It's an aperoid, and they are a consumption that affects the land, and as protectors of unloved lands, we must protect them because it's eating them. It'll consume the it'll it consumes matter and duplicates it. It's like a virus of the material of material. It's a material virus called an aperoid, and that's why we have the ward, and that is the cube, the ward cube. I think Mai had it, unless yes. You look like a Mai. I apologize if I'm being presumptuous. You just look like a Mai to me. No, no worries. There's great disturbance in this. We're in a field of disturbance, aperoidic disturbance. We must leave at once, as we are breathing in toxic geoidic glass fibers that are in contamination. In order to sometimes he puts his hand on your shoulder and says sometimes, oh, and then he turns to the rest of the group. Sometimes. Yeah, are you running into the water or away from the water? All right, roll dexterity as you enter this water that all of these fractions have entered and are shimmering inside of. Yeah, you guys see Gerald enter the water, and he just runs in, and he does not seem to be swimming or walking. It's and also the rippling is eerily unaffected by his entrance, and Gerald, you are in a glass mirror maze of rock, of stone, reflective stone, and shimmering light, magic light, and you see your own reflection in all directions back at you. There is a you're standing on stone that is the only thing that isn't this strange glass is the riverbed that you're standing on, and it's very clear that one goes upwards where you came from, and you're descending, and there's a clear pathway ahead, and you see a horse running in a kaleidoscope of reflections in to your right. or and that's further down if you continue to descend, or you can continue, or you can double track back up. Yeah, Rizel sees you see that your party member had ran into the river, and the river seemed unaffected by there was no collision of the surface of the he didn't break through the water surface. He just kind of entered, and it still moves as unaffected above him. So Berzik got pulled up into the sky, 60 feet to the ceiling where his rope was hanging from, and this stalactite of glass formed around the rope and opened up and consumed him. And then that thing shattered, and its fragments dropped into the river below. All right. Then Rizel heads on in with you. I'll put that the other guy, the Buggane is like, oh, this as there's solidarity and between those who have lost our team members, and I don't want to see anyone else lost, so I will come with them. And he trucks along with Rizel. And is the rest of the party going down there too? All right. Yeah, you guys. All right. All right. Roll in my roll. 1 moment. Do. Hold in the box. That one's gonna be I guess it could be strength. I'll say strength, and then insight. Amara. Yes. You hold the box, and it feels like it's trying to as you take steps forward, closer into this river. It's trying to Rubik's cube out and rotate certain parts and flip around here and there, but you're holding it still. And then what did Mara get for insight as you're eyeing this character seems to be not reaching for any kind of any dagger or anything, and you're getting some kind of genuine vibes, like they haven't lied to you about their genuine trust that was earned in mutual loss. And you guys run on in into this mirror maze. You're standing. You run in and you see Gerald there. You guys run on in, and you're met with just a myriad of reflections of yourself all over. In weird angles and weird shapes, as it's this like brightly lit glimmering river mirror maze, and it seems to be flowing like a waterfall, but of glass. Yes. Yes. Um, roll finesse, dexterity as you gently give a tap. Yeah, you tap it, and it glimmers of an incandescent purple that's distinct from the daylight color of the daylight blue around it. It seems to sing with an ultraviolet resonance that echoes through this maze, and the that aquatic horse further down, and the many reflections of it that you see in the distance. It seems to get its attention. It's looking your way. It stopped from grazing on the surface of the water. It's still standing upside down and on the ceiling for you guys. It's on the surface of the river. Yeah, there's one horse that you guys found that was originally standing on the river on the surface, but right side up on the surface on the top of the river. And then you guys rappelled down to intervene with it, and you got it. But then there was a bunch of strength checks, and it got away, and it ran down the stream. But it seems to be standing on the surface of the water, but underwater. So it's on the ceiling for you guys, and it looks like it's upside down. And it's also a bunch of reflections, as it is a mirror maze, to be fair. Roll perception as you stare through this kaleidoscope mirror maze to assess which ones are more accurate in depicting the distance for like a 12 or higher perception. Yeah, you can discern that it's not the lumpy one or the super skinny one. It's the one in the middle that seems to be, you put it about 75 feet out, but through lots of, yeah. And as you look through this mirror maze, you see lots of dead ends, and you feel a little confident that you can navigate it, but you can definitely see that there's a dangerous amount of dead ends, and it looks like collapsing and changing tunnels, and it seems like it's flowing like a river would, but of kind of like the staircases in the university that you got declined from. All right. Um, as you begin to head that way, roll, let me see, intelligence as you navigate this mirror maze for 12 or higher. All right. You find yourself inside of you start to go down this mirror maze, and it seems like there's a fork, and you judge one way, you zig instead of zagging, and it's moving as you're moving, and then you notice that you run into a dead end, and then when you try to backtrack to where your party was, it seems that the glass moving walls have moved, and there's a dead end on the other side, and they're all right. Roll an attack at 11 or higher as you give the wall a big punch. Yes, you successively roll damage to see how much damage you do as you make purchase into the wall. Yeah, you shatter. You shatter the wall, and its stunned fragments shatter into a bunch of places. This is starting to echo. It makes a big noise. This horse is going to make a quick, I'll say Constitution to be spooked or not. Yes, you see Gerald immediately in front of you as he's punched his way back to you. There also you see that that the shifting glass environment is shifting its weight, and there's cracks from the hole that has been punched, and there, as the walls shift, the cracks also shift and are expanding, and I gotta roll for this horse. Yes. Yep. All right. All right. Roll attack for 11 or higher as you give the this moving wall of geoid glass a big punch. Yes. All right. Yeah. You take you punch into this glass, and your knuckle hits on a bit of sharpness, and my game won't launch, so I can't roll the damage. Wait, I'm rolling it now. Any second now. 3. It yes. You get there's like a sharp mound that happens to click in, and you take 3 points of piercing damage. And as you do, roll perception. And you are grappled. I'll say a strength contest. Yeah. That you pull out your hand away from this mound of poking glass, and you notice that that the eyes, there are 8 eyes that blink from it, and as the app the appendix of this creature extends itself from the failed punching area. It is a appendix with a mandibles and 8 eyes that are very tiny, but the pokey part, it's all sloopy. It's got and it's got 4 legs extending out from the wall right now, but it's behind the glass and into the reflective part. You can see a shadow figure of its larger thorax behind it. It seems to be roll Arcana. Everybody who is witnessing that, or I'll say Rizel as you're immediately next to what's going on. Oh yeah, you feel like this. It's just a mad wall, and this wall sucks. That goes through your head as you roll initiative. I think I got everything. And Rizel, there seems to be this pissed off wall, mandibles and crustacean esque legs expanding towards you, and your hand itches a strange a strange glassy itch. What's Rysel doing? Yes. As you back up through the mirror maze, through 20 feet backwards, as you navigate backwards through a mirror maze, roll intelligence for 12 or higher. All right. You as you back up and go 20 feet, you've just when you feel and you're like looking at it in the many kaleidoscope reflections that grow as you continue to make distance. When you feel as though you're far enough and you're safe now, you bump your back up against it and you look behind you and all the distance that you've traveled, you're still right next to it, but having walked away from it, it opens you up to an opportunity of attack from the creature. It rolls to attack. Does 18 beat your AC? All right, it is going to do its thing. It's got a ethereal jaunt. +4 to hit. One creature, 7 damage. It's going to roll to attack with +4 to hit. Oh wait, no, it already rolled to hit. So it's going to do the damage. Okay. I see you. So it's going to do 1d10 + 2 piercing damage. Then the target must make a DC 11 Constitution save. So, 1d10 + 2. Boop. 7 piercing damage, and then roll the DC 11 Constitution saving throw. Oh yeah. It as anytime that you are immediately next to something and then you walk away from it, it opens you up to a opportunity attack unless you have like a disengage feature, with its mandibles. Yeah, it has these eyes that look like eggs without shells that are like really bad blisters, and they are just all over where its head is, and then or just 8 of them, and then it has these mandibles that just kind of slunk and are like just hanging down, and it bit you with those big mandibles. All right. It is rounded. I'm gonna say up because it behooves me, and when it doesn't behoove me, I will also say up. I think it'll always be up, just one. Oh yeah. Yes, for 11 Constitution saving throw. Oh no. Taking 48 poison damage on a failed save, or half much damage on a successful one. If the poison damage reduces the target is stable. All right. But poison, target is stable wasn't for 1 hour even after reading. All right. Gotta put it in here, and I go at 4, and I say roll. 13. You're taking 13 poison damage as it rattles as your hand begins to turn to glass, and it's rattling there. What is everybody else doing? Or not everybody else, Gerald. Oh, yes. There is cold icicles slamming into it. And it's going to roll Constitution. Your hand is very cold, but I'm assuming you had some kind of protective warmth gear on, like a mitten or a jacket, long sleeve. Yeah, like that's been keeping it warm and stuff. But below your gloves, so it's like a mannequin, but one of those acrylic ones on at Kohl's that is selling a glove, and so I guess you don't see much other than it feels stiff, and your wrist, you can see through your wrist and stuff, and this is going to make a Constitution save for 11 or higher. Did I already roll that 13 for that? No, that was damage. It fails, and it's drops to below freezing. One of its its eyes begin to frost over and shrivel up, and its rattling ceases, and it recoils with its 4 legs extending from the wall. It moves its thorax is already in the wall, but its abdomen, it moves its abdomen completely in the wall, and only thing outside of the wall still is the mandibles and the eyes, but its legs in a protective stance covering it. It looks vulnerable, like it can't see or something. That puts us at Gerald. All right. I'm gonna say 13 AC. Actually, it has an AC. I'm gonna say 13 AC, even though it has an AC. I guessed it perfectly. It actually is 13. 13 natural armor. I just made that up, but I was right. Oh yeah. Yep. You give it a big punch in one of its eyes, and it explodes in a bunch of mercury. Yeah. There is the same AC as the last one. I think it was 12. Yes. Yeah. After punching its eye out, you punch the wall that it's in, that it seems to have recoiled back within, and it shatters. And as it does, it's roll damage to see how much. There's a where you punched in the wall is a bunch of fragments explode from into, and you are causing a big crack. And you can see the other eyes look very worried about this, and it tries to it actually can't do anything mechanically at this moment, but you can see that it you've gotten its ire, that it looks very perturbed at what you're doing. And oh, all right. Yes. Yeah, you're punching the wall again? All right. Yeah, it comes collapsing down along with the all that's left is shatters of the wall and this decapitated head, along with the severed legs of this this creature, and the it just collapses on the ground there, and it's all like bleeding out this blue this strange blue blood. And right behind that glass, you see the horse. It's you seem to have its full undivided attention as it slowly stops chewing on the surface of the water and is staring at you nose to nose, but it's upside down, so it's kind of like that Spider-Man and thing, and but it's still chewing on water surface. It looks like it is not trying to. Yeah, it looks like it's just. No. All right. We are out of initiative. I didn't say that. I'm the Buggane. I'm saying, phase spiders. You see him right before he says that. He prefaced this. He's like, you guys were looking at the horse, but I said that right after I knelt down next to the severed head and licked the blood and all that. But it, yeah, that's what I've done, and that's how I determined that it was for sure, without a doubt, a phase spider, no doubt. They're rampant in the pulling up my notes. Gunther. I am Gunther, Bugade tribesman leader. Yes. I am Gunther. Gunther is who I am. And I am a shaggy creature resembling a great humanoid mole with a tusked snout, and that, or a not so tusked snout anymore, as I've busted my tusk, and broad claws. He heaves his big heavy hand to show his claws, and muscular forearms. He does that bodybuilding thing where they put their forearms together in front of them, and he starts flexing his forearms, and its beady eyes glow. I mean, my beady eyes glow with orange light as he blinks. His eyes are glowing orange, and he has great lashes, and a great mane of black hair runs down my back. I am Gunther. Thank you. Much is appreciated. You seem on edge, good Sir Rysel. You look like a Rysel to me. You can put down your dagger. I am attuned with the source of names, and that is I've always been good at it. But you need not fear the phase spiders. They hunt in solidarity as they live. Yes. It was no wall. It was some kind of arachnoid that phases. He leans down and then licks the butt. Yes. That is a powerful. Oh, your hand. You've been the consumption I was talking about up there. It has plagued our Underland, in our Underfey land for a while now, and it's friggin' on my nerves. That's why we've consorted with the witches who have agreed to help us if in repayment as their humble knights, and we were going to solve this issue by using the ward that the witches gave us, that one there, and quickly use the ward to stop the consumption. Yeah, roll our I'll let you roll in intuition. There's a special word for that, a D&D word for that. That is it's not investigation. It's insight. Yeah, I'll let you roll insight, but the normal roll would be Arcana. But if instead of searching your mind for knowledge of arcane knowledge and stuff, if you're just using vibes and your intuition, then insight, you can roll insight instead of Arcana, as you are operating this strange Rubik's Cube. Oh, yeah, if you go for it. You can roll them both simultaneously with the same roll, and whichever's higher. Yep. All right, call the roll. Oh, yeah, 17 is higher than the number I was about to pull up in the book. And you said 17 for Arcana or insight? All right. Yeah. You remember when you were studying, or when you were touring the grounds of the university that did not accept you. You were they were going on and on about the articulateness of their staircase, and how it works, and how unique it is, and the magic behind it. You remember being druidic in nature, and with that, you plant yourself, and you manipulate this cube from the panels on the inside, and then they flip and your hands on the inside of the cube, and before long the cube opens up, and it's a plant, and as you continue to manipulate the panels of it, the plant unfolds itself from a sprig to a sprouting like tree base that extends this wooden root like thing over Ryzel's hand, and begins to operate on it with its very, very minute detailed pointy ends of its little bonsai twigs, and it begins to on a molecular level, you peer into the cube and you can see Ryzel's hands. There's tiny little glass critters that are interacting with the cells, the Ryzel molecules, and you can see that their Ryzel molecules are surrendering, and then they take over a little new area and then expand from there. But as the other things, as these plants get in there, there is little tiny seeds, like molecular sized little acorns that are jumping around and punching and kicking butt of these little glass insect molecules, and they start pushing them back up the wrist and over the hand into the glove, and before long they're all off, and then the captain of the acorns salutes you through the viewfinder, and all of the acorns hop off of they're molecular, so only Mai is able to see it, or whoever's looking through the viewfinder behind over her shoulder, and they hop off in little. Oh yes, there's. Oh, yeah. He's like, whoa, that's wild. There's others like me. This is wonderful. I have a place, and I'm filled with hope. This is great. He stands up in your palm and starts doing a kick here and a jump, and then he clicks his heels and he's happy. And the other guys are after the salute, and there's a little molecular banner of mission complete, as a bunch of little acorn cannons are fired, and they hop off the edge of Ryzel's glove into little parachutes and dissipate. Yeah. You look at your hand, and it is super nice and minty, and it's almost like palm oil, like you've been moisturizing with palm oil or acorn extract or something. I know what happened. You were affected by the consumption of the Aperoid, and before long, you would have been completely consumed, and that would have been not good. And but your friend Mai here has used the you were the first name that I guessed. I knew it from when you've confirmed it the first time that I guessed. I and I knew it only through the I'm a very I've gained great insight in order to find and search out these aperoids. I have been and hunt them. The Absolutely. Oh, I don't know. I've been kind of busy with my whole save or keeping the aperoids from consuming the world and the underfey, but roll persuasion a as he mulls this over for 12. Yes. That sounds terrible because I could not dare sully myself in the worries of such trivial things. I have responsibility to my tribe and the entire community underground community of the Underfey. They're depending on me. I can't go gallivanting at at that at the gauntlet at trivial games. There's important things going on. To spend even a day pursuing that would be highly irresponsible for somebody who's as responsibilities as important as mine. All right. Roll performance as you scribble. You're drawing this, right? Oh, okay. Uh. Oh, very cool. Oh, he's like, this is incredible art that resonates deeply within me as this is truly wonderful. You just like as prophesized, this is an important piece of art. This is the most important piece of art that I've ever seen. He lowers the thing. He's like, you guys are the guys that are supposed to oust the Aperoid from the Under Fae. I know it. It's just like the scrolls. I haven't seen artwork this beautiful except in the archives, the archives, and the Under Fae. That's if we ignore the Aperoid, then and to visit the archives, then our Aperoid when they're done consuming these caves, they will then consume the archives themselves, the entire Underdeep. Before there won't be any archives, you see. And all right, yeah. All right, roll a big attack for 12. Yeah, you punch the wall and roll damage. All right, it shatters, and the wall shatters along with the in a big domino effect that starts collapsing the other walls, and the very surface of the water all comes collapsing down, and the horse that was hanging out plops on the ground upside down. They're going to roll dexterity to try and catch themselves. They don't. They take some a little bit of bludgeoning as they're a little spooked, or they've been running away a lot. It's probably tired of running away by now. It just kind of gets up, and but yeah, you guys are in the this cavern that now no longer has a river in it, as the river has been shattered. And he's like, this you've destroyed this vein of the Aperoids in this cave. This is wonderful. There he smells, sniffs, and all of those glistening fragments that were around the air, and he's like, it's no longer contaminated. You've done wonderful work. We will there will be a great celebration to celebrate you in the Underdeep at the hall. I mean, he's going to roll a intelligent or insight at 11 or higher. Gerald. He's going to roll insight. Geraldo the third, the ranger. Ah, I was going to hang it up in the archives, along with the other great works to be admired for perpetuity. But all is well and all is right. Thank you for saving our cave. As the other bugging start to come out from around the corner sheepishly of this tunnel where the river was, and they're peeking their heads behind the columns over the beach. Now that there's no more surface of the water, you can see clearly up into the cavern, and you see these orange eyes start to peek out everywhere, and sheepishly show themselves, and Gunther is like, he breathes fresh. I breathe fresh, dank cave air. This is wonderful. There's nothing like the magics of this place are the druidic fey wild magic that we just that we really like the scent of around here. And oh, come out, it's okay, these guys are safe. And you see that there's bugging all coming out. They're also have the leads of horse. Some are mounted on these amphibious horses, and others just holding them by the leads. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of them. And what's everybody doing? As one of them helps Gunther out of the river bank. He puts his arm, and they grab each other's thick forearms as they pull Gunther out. This other one seems to have a like a stegosaurus style thing draped over its shoulder. It's like a stegosaurus hide with the spines on it and stuff. And Gunther's like, whoa, that was one heck of a aperoid consumption that had happened, and thanks to our friends here, there's the vein has been shattered, and we're safe for the time being. He looks around, and that's Heather, and that's Eve, and there's Quingy, and Sheesh, and you hey, these are all my parents' horses, you guys. And he's gonna stomp up the side of the river bank without help from the big forearm guy. So he's gonna roll dexterity as he starts chastising with his hands on his hips, climbing up this for 11 or higher. He starts slipping and sliding, and on the there's lots of broken glass around here that he's slipping and sliding on, and he's going to take a little bit of cut eats a little bit of piercing damage as he falls on some glass and stuff, and then he gets up with a bunch of glass on his snout, and he's like, you guys have my parents' ranch's horses. I'm here to get them back. We're all here to get them back, right, guys? And he looks over at you. The Gunther looks at you as you say that, and roll persuasion as Gunther meets Amara's eyes, and then that is only fair. That's only fair. Mal, and we must return their horses, as if they weren't here, the Aperoid would have consumed the horses and our under land, and then he's going to roll with advantage to this big Stegosaurus hided bugging. He fails the first one as 11 or higher, and then he has a very steely face at first, and then the Gunther's lower lip starts to tremble, and then he's the Maul's his a single tear goes down his high big cheekbone, and he's like, you all right, you know what, guys, I appreciate your help. You've done great things for the Underfey. No, you always have you always have a friend here, and everybody see these horses get back to that ranch safely, and they all start getting off the horse, and the horses kind of wander on over. He's going to play his a improvised melody on some. Oh, it's really bad. The horses look a little reluctant, and then some the bugging then are trying to like pull the horses towards Corey, despite them looking a little reluctant to go back to Corey as he's playing terrible music, and then yes, we are. Gunther looks at you and he says, "That binds us. That we have both lost. That we have both lost. We share that in solidarity, and we have a common loss, and that I have lost my friend. You've lost yours." The the mall guy, he's like, this is very very rough. Your friend has been consumed by an aporoid apparition, and they are in a state of crystallization in their reservoir. The aporoid is a entity that consumes, and it collects, and it's all matter in its crystal, in its geoid-esque, it is he is with everything that the aporoid has consumed, and will be used to expand the aporoid's reach. We have thwarted it from our caves, from now and here, but he will he is with the aporoid, and yes. It is crystalline and geotic in nature, and with all the guidance of druidic witches have helped us ward it off, along with that ward, and so organic plant material seems to help, which we are have few and far between in the under. There's not much sun here, so not a lot of photosynthesis and leafy substances down here. Oh, yeah, it is still all extruded or whatever, and all unfurled, and as you're holding it, it's starting to recoil and fold back into itself, as if you've taken your hands out of the inside of the cube and you're just holding it, it's just slowly rotating and folding back into itself, and the plant is shrinking in from a fully developed bonsai tree into like a little sprig, and then a little leaf in the ground, in the cube basin, and before you know it, it's just the cube that it was before. Yes. Yes, that is the key. That is the ward of an aporoid, the bane of an aporoid. Gee. Don't punch me! Don't punch me! The happy plant starts to look worried and concerned and looks to Amara. It's roll charisma or persuasion for 10 or higher. Yeah, it goes whoo, and it wipes the leaf on its forehead, and it sits back down, no longer running, jogging in place, screaming. Then we've driven the aperoid from this cave. It will surely appear where we've driven it out from the bowels of the under Fae, and we were at the openings of the over Fae, as you refer, and over Fae refer it as the Feywilds. If it's not here, then it will surely reappear somewhere in the over Fae, and it's no longer our problem, and we've driven it out of the under Fae. This cause for celebration. Your names will be written and drawn, and your reliefs will be carved into the halls of the under Fae as heroes who drove the asteroid away and solved all of our problems forever. It will surely it's surely been driven from this world from this world of the under Fae into the over Fae, where it could no longer hurt another Bugain again. And I thank you. That's why you may have this. And the Molin picks up the hide of Stegosaurus and places it over your shoulder. Mara's, that's who he was talking to. All right. All the Bugain do a very masculine curtsy in your direction, and there's a hush goes over the crowd as they hold in curtsy position, and then Gunther looks up from his curtsied position, and he says, "They're waiting for you to return the effect of solidarity." Yes, they cheer. Woo! Yeah! Celebrate at the archives. Everybody, let's go carve these guys in the archives and celebrate that we've driven the aperoid away from the out of the under Fae. We're all safe now. Woo! It's just one guy who has a lot of enthusiasm, and he's gonna roll charisma. Whoa! Exactly. Yeah, everybody's super hyped. They carry that guy off and they're all yelling and hooting and hollering too. And yeah, you guys are in the cave with all the horses, and yeah, it's what's everybody doing? The Bugging have retreated back behind all the Bugging have carried that one guy who was screaming exposition off into the in between all of those pillars that they were hiding before, and you hear the echoes of that guy's still running exposition off. He's like just hollering, he's hollering, that's great, they're not our problem anymore. Oh yeah. He's going to roll survival. Yeah, he assesses and he's like, these horses, they'll know the way. They always know the way back to the ranch. And he climbs up on the horse and yes. The other guy, Maple's like, I've got a pouch, and he takes a hemp necklace that's very too tight around his neck, and there's a felt pouch with all kinds of beans and things inside there, and he opens it up. He offers you guys the beans. He offers, yeah. He's like, y'all want any beans? Any magic beans? Do you partake in magic, in Fey magic? Y'all get Feywild? All right. Roll Constitution. Yeah, you are yeah, there's flowers start to bloom from your facial hair, as well as you are affected with heroism